Hi, today we're going to be making a face mask. We're in the middle of the coronavirus uh, home isolation, and they passed the word down now from our county health group that if you go out in public, you need a face covering. We're not going to call it a face mask. I worked too many years doing respirator programs that they want something so if you were to cough or sneeze, it kind of catches the germs. So it could be a bandana, a scarf. In this case, we're making a nice little mask that will hopefully fit nicely and be comfortable to wear. So I've got some ponytail elastic here on the ends. And I have to flip up this pleat and then take the bottom one down. And now I have a little clip here that holds it to my nose. Got a nice tight fit all the way around. Breathing through a couple layers of fabric, so it's actually giving me a little bit of filtering, and I'm ready to go out in public. What we'll need for this project is some all cotton, fairly densely woven fabric, a couple of ponytail scrunchies, and some basic sewing equipment. So I've cut my piece of fabric 12 inches wide, 16 inches long, and because I'm using a pattern here, these are cute little sheep, I know what up and down is. So up and down is 16, across is 12. We're going to do a lot of ironing with this because it's basically just simple pleating. So the first thing I'm going to do is flip it over and fold it in half. This will allow you to set a center line. So now I have my center line in the middle. I'm going to fold just past the center line and just past the center line, and it doesn't matter which one's on top. And we'll iron those down. Now I'm going to flip it over. So you're looking at it right side up. I still have a center line. I'm going to fold a pleat down to the center line from the top and up from the bottom to the center line. Now the neat thing about this is that no matter what you do, the sheep are always up. So if you have patterned fabric, this is a really nice way to do this. I'm going to turn it over. So now I'm looking at the back side. There's that loose edge. The ends are going to have to be folded in, so I'm going to iron the corners so they'll give me a nice finished edge. Turn it around while that cools. Okay. So with the corners folded in, I'm just going to fold that over. This is going to be what holds our elastic. It holds it to your ears. And at this point, we basically have our mask. This is the front, and this part will flip up over the nose. This part will flip down over the chin. In the back, here are the little ponytail elastics that we're going to sew in place just like this. And the only tricky part on this is holding the elastic stretched while we sew, otherwise it'll pull everything together or pop off. So let's head for the sewing machine. So here we are at the sewing machine. I've got it loaded up with my white thread. The only thing tricky I've done is I've moved the needle as far to the left as I can to make it easier to sew this last little bit. Stretching the ponytail scrunchie. I'm going to hold that in place. needle down, and I'm just sewing with a straight stitch. I'll back it up a little to lock it. Okay. Again, stretching out that elastic just to try to keep this reasonably straight. And back to lock it. Flipping it over, we're going to do the same thing on this side. Okay, and that's most of our sewing done. Now we need to go to the front side, and I'm going to have it upright, and this portion is going to flip up over your nose. So I really need to put in the center a little pocket for a piece of metal. And in this case, the metal is going to be paper clip. If I open it up, I'll just place it in a little pocket like that. So I need to find the center of this. There's my center. There's my size. So I'm going to go right in front of this sheep to halfway through that sheep. But remember, it's this leading edge here. So I flip that up. And I'll do on either side of those sheep. Just in far enough to hold the paper clip. And I'm going to run a little long like that so that I can get my paper clip in. So here's the little slot that I sewed in place. Here's my stiffener. We're on the front now, so I need to go to the back. Come in underneath. Notice also I'm going to squeeze in the ends of this a little bit. These kind of can grab on the fabric and give you some problems. So I come up underneath to the open slide of that slot, which is of course the opposite side. And I just feed that into that little pocket I made. Okay, now that's in. Now it needs to be bent a little. So I'm going to bend it. If you make a sharp bend, it's not going to fit over your nose, so I've made kind of a little bit of a square bend. Okay. And that will hopefully grab on your nose. So here is the mask. You see it's a little distorted by this nose piece. Back is pretty flat. So there we are at the end of our project. We've got our little nose tab here. It's going to go up. To wear this, you just put it on your ears. Flip the bottom down, top pleat up, and use that little nose clip to pin it in place in your nose. Another thing I like about this is because of this line where the fabric comes down and is sewn to the pleat here, it isn't running up under my glasses into my eyes. So I like this with the nose clip. I'm not steaming up my glasses all day. And this is actually reasonably comfortable to go out and wear in public for quite a while. So hopefully you're staying out there and being safe, and now you've got a little face mask so that you can go out in public if your county health department okays it.